Morning, guys. I'm just going to start by going through the words, unlocking the meaning of the words first. And I've got some pictures to give you more of an insight as to what they mean. So, a baby impala is born. Should have looked at that phrase and thought, actually, I know that an impala in that sentence has to be a noun, has to be a thing. You might have worked out it's an animal. It is a type of animal. And an impala is actually a medium-sized antelope, that a type of animal that's normally found in eastern and southern Africa. And I can show you a picture of what they look like. So that's a baby impala there, obviously with its mum. Next one, her soft muzzle. You might have been super clever and worked out that's actually a noun phrase. So we've got determiner her, soft is an adjective, and then the muzzle must be a noun. You might have heard of muzzles normally associated with dogs, actually. And if you've got a dog, you might actually have a muzzle. A muzzle is something that looks like this that normally stops a dog from biting other animals or humans. And when we're thinking about animals, you normally describe that part of their head as a muzzle. The next one, the crimson of flames. So again, that is a determiner. Flames are a noun, so crimson needs to be an adjective. And crimson is actually a type of red. And I didn't know until I saw this picture just how many different types of red there are. So crimson is this type of colour red here. Birds were congregating, so you should have worked out the birds in that sentence are a noun, were is a verb, and congregating in that sentence is actually a verb also, and it ends in ing, so you might have noticed that. If I show you this picture here, if you look closely, the birds are actually what we call congregating on the beach, which means they're coming all together. So a congregation in church would mean everyone's coming together for a mass. The dazed insects, so again, that's a noun phrase. That is a determiner. Insects is a noun, they're a thing, and dazed, that means that has to be an adjective. And if something's feeling a bit dazed, it means it's feeling tired. So I've just got a picture here of someone who looks like they're a bit dazed, a bit confused, confused, tired. Guess this man looks, I'm not sure how he looks really. Yeah, guess he looks confused. The hindquarters of the stragglers, two words here to unlock. The hindquarters, so that's a noun phrase. There's no adjective though, but we know that hindquarters is a noun. And hindquarters are actually a part of an animal's body. So the back legs, you would call them their hind legs, which means their back legs. And of course, quarter means a quarter means one chord 1/4 in maths. And of course, most animals have got 4 legs. So it means that their back legs of the stragglers. Haven't got a picture of stragglers, but if someone's straggling, if you're going for a walk with a family member, so for example, when I go for a walk with my mum, very often myself and my brother are far ahead of her and she's straggling behind, which means she's sort of a mile left behind. She's not keeping up with us. That's what a straggler means. I'm sure you've probably heard that word before. A vague smell of burning. Vague in this sentence is an adjective, and if something is quite vague, it means you can't see it. Very clearly, so it's not very clear to see. This is my picture here of the duck with her little baby. So this little baby here is straggling behind. So all of it's not keeping up with its family over here. It's straggling behind. Then I asked you to write some inferences for this picture. And you might now, from me going through the words, might have worked out now actually what this text is going to be about. So what can I infer from this picture? Well, I can infer that the baby here looks a bit worried. I can infer I think it's a baby, and I think that this is possibly its mum. I can infer that its mum is sort of trying to protect the baby. I can infer that they're on grass. We don't know where, but that's the inferences that we can make at the moment. I can infer that the mum's maybe trying to nudge it to get it to move. Okay, so we're now going to move on. I'm not sure if anyone got what type of text we're looking at. Obviously, from the words and this picture, it could be any type of text really. So moving on to today's lesson, we're going to start reading the text, and then I've got some questions for you to have a go at. So the flames come closer is the type of the text. And the words that you've just unlocked are in this text, so hopefully now they'll make sense to you. Remember, you can pause the video, you can go back at any point and reread the text again. A baby impala is born on the African plains. A thunderstorm starts a fire some miles off. The smoke and flames are too far off to worry the impala doe, its mother, for the moment. The newborn baby was struggling to stand, helped by his mother who nudged him with her soft muzzle. The baby rose, fell, and rose again. After 10 minutes, he was standing and trying to take his first feed. In that time, the peace of the morning was going. To the north there was a widening belt of smoke, in which the crimson of flames flickered. The bone-dry grass was burning in a wall of fire, which seemed to create its own wind. At more than a walking pace the wind blew the fire southwards. Out of the grass insects rose in their thousands, and within minutes birds were congregating, as if called to a free feast. They kept just ahead of the thickening smoke, gulping down the dazed insects as they fled before the fire. The animals began to move south. The baboons were the first to take the alarm. With the old dog baboons barking furiously and nipping at the hindquarters of the stragglers, the families moved out of harm's way, the babies clinging underneath their mothers, whimpering. Zebra, impala, wildebeest, a pride of lions, and 2 cheetahs, all headed away from the approaching flames. There was a vague smell of burning covering the whole landscape, even when the fire was still 2 miles away. Only those unable to run stayed to wait for the terror which would not stop until it came to bare ground, and there was nothing else to burn. The impala doe was nervous, and when a family of wild dogs ran by without even giving her a second glance, it seemed to make her even more determined to move. She got her baby to feed, and when he had taken all he could and wanted to lie down and rest, she butted him gently to his feet again. Okay, so hopefully you've worked out it's a story, it's a narrative, and I hope you understand what's going on in the story. I'd like you to please today complete the following questions. Which country is this text set in? So you might have to go back, look at, and listen to the video again. Why did the flames move quickly? In which direction did the flames move? A widening belt of smoke. What does this phrase suggest about the smoke? Why is the impala doe nervous? Give evidence from the text to support your answer. I want 2 pieces of evidence, please. And also in this lesson, I want you to unlock the following words before we continue to read the text tomorrow. So the words that are in bold here, I'd like you to unlock those as well so that we can carry on the next part of the text tomorrow. Have a great day. Here, as always, if you want any help with your work, but have a great day.